Hello my saucy YouTubers and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about training and riding with my horse over here. Yes, her butt is right there in my face. So once you start training, you gotta keep up with it, okay? And I'm probably gonna split this video up into two parts. So the second part is going to be riding, but basically I'm going to show you how I ride, what I do when I ride, how I do things, and also the way I train is not the same as how everybody else trains. I do the Clinton Anderson method, so not everybody's going to train the same way I do. Everybody has their own opinions. So don't be coming at me, okay? This method has worked for me. My horse is amazing because of it. I mean, she was already amazing, but she's even better nowadays. Okay, so let's get down to it. There are different ways of training. There's training under saddle, and then there's ground training. There are different styles of riding. There is Western, and there's English. There's a whole bunch of other categories, but we're not going to go into that. Not right now, anyway. But I do English. Okay, I also do a little bit of Western, but I majorly like English, as you can see by my attire. And no, I have not cleaned Katie's stall yet. So, I started off riding Western when I was little because I was like 3 years old and I would not probably be able to sit in an English saddle properly. I mean, I probably could, but I probably would have fallen off. Anyway, so I started off Western till, honestly, I don't remember. I don't even remember when I switched, but I know I was tiny when I started riding English. So basically, I started off Western because I was a little tiny midget. And then I went to English and I started jumping, and then I got Katie and I took a break from my lessons, and I started showing. So I've always loved English. It's so fun for me, and yeah. Okay, so all horses react differently to training. My horse is very food motivated, meaning she loves food, a lot like me. So I take advantage of that. I do clicker training. So if you don't know what clicker training is, it's when they do something that you want, you go click with the clicker and then you give them a treat. So I started doing that, and that has helped me a whole lot with Katie's training. I will tell you that right now. So like I said, many horses act differently. Some horses will take forever and ever to train, and you can never slack off with it. And then you have your horses like, I don't know, this one right here, that will forever remember it. When I first started lessons, I kind of slacked on her training, and when I started back up again, it was like I never even stopped training her. You have your horses like that, and you have horses like this. You know what I meant. Anyway, so that's why I love Katie so much, because she never forgets. I mean, most horses never forget. They remember stuff, like, they never forget it. But some horses have selective brains. You know what I mean by that is, if they don't want to remember it, it's gone. Gone. So, yes. Okay, and like I said, there's many different methods to training. If your horse is like, you know, food motivated, then you might consider clicker training like I did. And it works. Okay, so enough boring you guys. What I'm going to be doing in part 1 is I'm going to be doing groundwork, which includes lunging. I'm going to do a little bit of her training exercises, and I will explain that when we get down to it. So, on to it. Okay, so when you train, you have to use certain types of gear. Now, when you train, you cannot use something like a normal halter, because a horse is not going to listen to that if they don't want to. Okay, and I'll explain why. This right here is what I use. It's really dirty because she likes to roll it. So, this is called a rope halter. Now you see these nubs on it right here? These touch the horse's face right about here, and there's pressure points right there. So when they do something bad, you can give them a little yank with the halter, and they're like, oh, why did that feel so weird? It doesn't necessarily hurt, it's just uncomfortable. So if you try and use something like that over there and they're doing something bad, you can't really make them listen, okay? So if they don't have a punishment, they're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. Same thing as little kids, okay? Horses are like children. I'm sorry, Katie, but you're a lot like a child sometimes. So, I use this. When I train, I only use this. You will never catch me using a regular webbed halter. Never, ever, ever. So I'm gonna put this on her, and I already have her lead attached to it. So, on we go. All right, as you can see, the pressure points are right about here. See, when I squeeze that, she's like, I don't like that. So, this is gonna make her listen. If I give her a little yank with this, she's gonna quit whatever she's doing bad, basically, okay? I'm gonna have a lot of control over what she's doing with this halter on. And I don't think she likes the idea of that. Look at her face. So, I'm gonna go brush her really quick off camera because I don't want my baby looking all dirty. So, I will be right back. All right, so right now I have my willing but not really so willing horse to help me out. So, what we'll be doing is we'll be lunging. Now, there are several different ways to lunge a horse. You can free lunge, you can regular lunge, and there is one more way that Katie was taught to lunge. But we might show this video and we might not. It just depends on how she's acting because I haven't done that way in like years. So, onto it we go. Okay, so, what we're doing now is we're lunging with the line. I have my whip and I have on a line. So, one important thing is, you see all this extra line right here? I gotta make sure that this is away from my feet because I do not want it wrapped around my feet. Okay, so later on in the video, you're going to see me drop it, and I just have to make sure my feet aren't in it. Okay? Now, Katie is actually quite full of herself today, so we're going to see how this goes. So, as you can see, when I point, she will go faster. Because that's how she was trained, all right? It's a certain technique that we use. Trot, trot. Okay, trot, eat. As you can see, she's getting pretty sassy, which I figured she would today. Easy. Trot. Ah. Trot. trot. So she seems to be calming down and listening a little bit more. Her turns have gotten a little bit more respectful. And I don't know if you can see, but she was licking her lips. And when a horse does that, that's a sign that they're mellowing out, they're calming down, they're getting relaxed. Easy. So I'm going to stop here. Alright, so the next thing that we're doing, this is called circle driving. It's when you have the stick and string over the horse's back. This is how you can get a lot of respect. If your horse is staying calm when you throw the whip over their back, and if your horse is staying close to you. That's the main point of this, that your horse is not scooching away from you and that they're relaxed and not freaking out. So, like I said, Katie's kind of full of herself today, but that lunging before should help, and we're going to see how it goes. And we're going to keep doing it until she shows that she's relaxed and respectful. Okay, so let's go ahead. Trot. So basically, I should be able to hold this with a finger, and it just floats on her back. And that she doesn't scooch away from it. It stays right on her back. Now, the fun part is when you pull it off her back, she should yield her hindquarters, nice and respectfully. Trot. She should have 2 eyes on me when I pull the stick off of her back. Now, when your horse does a good job, remember to give them some lovins. Tell them they did a good job. You always want to reward your horse, because if you don't, why should they listen to you? I wouldn't listen to you. If you give me a piece of candy every time I do something good, I'm going to do it right away. So, we're going to do it a little bit more. We're going to really make sure that she's doing this because she's listening, not just to get it over with. Trot. Now, do you see that right there? She kind of got a little, she thought I might hit her with the whip. So we're going to do this one more time just to make sure that that was just her being, her not understanding what I was doing. Okay. Easy. There, that was better. That was a lot better. And it's also kind of a little bit of a trust factor to it, because when you swing your rope up at a horse, they tend to think you're going to hit them. So when you should be able to fling your whip at your horse, they shouldn't flinch. So when you learn to do circle driving, your horse needs to be able to trust you. All right? Your horse should be very desensitized. Okay? Now, if your horse is scared of the whip, do a lot of desensitizing activities. Now, I will have a video dedicated to that, get more in depth with it, but we're going to start on the next thing. So, the next part of this video is we're going to have no lead rope. We're gonna be winging it. We are going to have no support. We're gonna have no attachment from me to this horse except our lovely bond for each other and food. So this lovely gadget right here is called a treat bag. Katie loves treats. So we have a clicker. That means you did something good and you get food. See what she's doing? Right now what she's doing is, excuse me. She is taught to look away and get out of my business, but she heard the click, so she's thinking, where's my treat? So I'm gonna show you what I did basically. Look away. Pick a direction to look. Look away. Not kisses, no, look. There you go. So, because when I first got her, she was very food aggressive, so I would make her look away from me. And she would get a treat after that. She would get her food. So I taught her with the clicker that she needs to get out of my grill, which she is totally doing the opposite right now. Oh! You got snot all over my face! Okay, so what she tried doing there is kisses. Yeah, that's what she's been trying to do this whole time. Okay, so really quick is we're gonna do bowing. Okay, so I'm gonna turn her around so you can see. Whoa. And there you have it, folks. Yes, she can bow. Look at that. My horse loves you guys so much, she just bows to you guys. Look at, she does it without me even telling her. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering why I didn't give her a treat for bowing that one time without me asking her. If a horse does something without you asking them, you don't reward them for it, because then what you're going to have is you're going to be riding, your horse is going to think, man, I would love a treat right now, and then they're going to bow or lay down or do something stupid. So if you did not ask them to do it, do not reward them for it, okay? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do lead beside. So that's basically her following me, her listening to what I'm doing, listening to whether I'm leaning forward or leaning back, and then we're going to do the lay down. But I'm going to do this first because she's going to get all dirty for the lay down. Okay, so on to it we go. Try. Ooh. Back. Back. Behind me, that's a no-no. You want her right beside you, like this right here. Chop. Whoa. Back. And there you have it. So this is called lead beside. She was a little bit rusty. When I first taught her how to do it, she was on the dot. So, obviously I need to do a little bit more work with her. I'm going to do that off camera, but right now I'm going to do backing. All right, so she can back at a flick of a finger. Believe it or not, seems a little weird that a horse will just back up when you go like this. So I'm going to show you that right now. It may take her a minute to focus into it. And yes, she's steaming because it's so cold in here. and she is warm from all that work that she did, then my horse is steaming. I don't know if you can see or not, but she's steaming. Back. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a lot of snow that just hit the barn. All right. Back. 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 Good girl, come forward. Back. 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 Good girl. Okay. Ah. Yield. 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 Okay, so when she starts doing something that I don't want her to do, I'm going to leave her to figure out that she's not getting a click for that and that she's not doing what I'm asking her to do. So if she's doing something bad, I'm just going to let her figure it out. I'm not going to punish her. I'm not going to reward her either. I'm going to let her figure out that she's not doing what I ask. Okay? So what I just did there a minute ago is that was yielding. So I'm going to continue yielding her until she figures out that I don't want her to bow. I want her to move her hind end around. Yield. Yield. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the lay down. Yes, Katie will lay down on command. Go lay down. Go lay down. So there you go, guys. And that is how you get on your horse without a stepping stool. Okay? Whoa. Okay, so now we're going to do bowing under saddle. Okay? Bow. Whoa. No. Bow, honey. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of riding under saddle. Man, we haven't done this in forever. Walk. Whoa. right, so this concludes today's video. I will have a part 2 out, and part 2 will be riding. And then I will also have a little bit more ground training, and she's spooking at the noises that she's hearing. So calm down, Katie, it's okay. It's okay, nothing's gonna hurt you, except me if you're bad. So, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I will be back with another video. So, see you guys, my sassy YouTubers. So as I was saying, we're gonna do lead beside. This is also with no lead rope. All right, so now me and Katie are gonna do some bowing for you guys because you guys are sassy, awesome YouTubers, and we love you. We do. So, what I have here is I have a treat bag with a clicker on it. See how she looked? She knows clicker means nom noms. I mean, who wouldn't run if they heard something that related to food? I mean, I would. I hear that ice cream truck and I'm like, where's the dollar? So, being a horse, if you know you're gonna get some goodies, you're gonna come running. So I'm gonna show you guys that now. Oh my God, guys. I love worry stones and stuff, and I lost mine in here. And as I was working with her off camera, she literally spun it out of the ground. I looked down and I go, and my mom's like, is something wrong with her? I'm like, no, I found my stone that I had a heart attack about. See, training is awesome because it gives you rewards like this.